sponsored by elderberry, bro. The literal plant, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the guy I heard.
One down. Now at the plate, Julio Rodriguez. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. And that one fouled off. With the tying run at second here in Game 4. Swings through that one out in front that time. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Geronimo Valley up and throwing. Nikhazy, a left-hander, also throwing. Line to right, base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Time runs now just 90 feet away. Just got to be wary of that double play, though. That would strand him and end the inning.
That one to first, and it goes just foul.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. Out of here. All muscle to center field, and they slide in front in the sixth. It's 4-2.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So up next, Vinny Pasquantino. And the first offering is not close. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
And that one ripped to left. Snags it for the second out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
He steps on the bag. Game 4 of the division series. And stepping in for Boston, Nolan Schanuel. First pitch doesn't find the zone. I wouldn't get too puffed up about that postseason extra base hit thing, Siggy. The all-time leader with 4 is Ken Holtzman, a pitcher, and one of his hits was a homer.
Yeah, Boog, I'm sure he was a position player, though, before he started pitching.
Next offering upstairs.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Here's the 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him swinging. Devers now. Devers, the baby-faced assassin, just missed.
Boog, this offense is fighting for their lives right now. They're not ready for this season to be over, so they need to dig deep and find a way to get something going. Anything will help.
Next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. 2-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
You're in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Out towards right center. That's well struck. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double. New pitch. Garrett Whitlock.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. Inning over on the ground out. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Geronimo Valley. Dominguez now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Bounce to the right side. The throw to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Brian Curran now at the plate. Smoked on the ground a second. Whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Joe Mack. Ripped to right, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
So the lineup flips over. Cole Young up next for the Mariners. And a foul ball. Two outs. Just missed. 1-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Righty to the plate. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The pitch. Out to short. Off balance throw in time. And that is back here at Fenway Park. Here's the center fielder, Roman Anthony. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1.
0-1 for the count.
Line to left. Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in the swing.
Now this one gets through. Here comes the runner. He scores. It's 4-3.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just kept.
Carlos Vargas on a pitch out of the pen here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead.
Now this down the right field line. Fair ball. Should be extra bases. Runner around third. He scores, and the Red Sox tie it up. It's 4-4. Spencer Steer up next for the Red Sox. That one in there across the letters. Go-ahead run at second. Late here in Game 4. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Sal Frelick digs in now. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. There's a strike.
1-1.
One out. The go-ahead run is at second here in Game 4 of this ALDS. And another ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on anyway. You're better off taking that pitch.
Tied at 4. Line drive. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw into second. Not in time. He's safe. A run comes in on the play. So So stepping in for Boston, Nolan Shotwell. That one finds the corner, and it's 0-1. One out, and a runner at second. Here, the bottom of the seventh.
That's the ball.
That misses. Down 1-2. And that's a strikeout looking. Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees.
Well, caught him looking on that fourth pitch of the at-bat, and I have to think it had something to do with the sequence they threw at him. Kind of bounced back and forth between the outside and inside corners with the previous pitches. And
that's strike 3 and the third out. So welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dominique Villafuerte.
Now pitching for the Red Sox.
Wilson swings through it for strike 1. Out to short. Rolls across the diamond. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
that play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner. Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
In the air, out towards right center. Fletcher under it. Brings it in, and there's two away. And stepping in for the Mariners, Evan Carter. Late with the swing there.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Ground ball up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So the tying run reaches with two away. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. And a big swing and a miss.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Ball one.
That's off the mark. And the count even 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Sneaks through, base hit. So that's two straight two-out hits.
Back-to-back singles, just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
York. They take the force out, and that is the bottom of the inning. And stepping in for Boston, Nick York. Now one missed. And another ball. And he deals. Swings and misses. And a count 2-1. Ripped on a line. Rodriguez makes the grab. One down. And next for the Red Sox, Dominic Fletcher. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. And that is cut on and missed. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one in the air center field. Rodriguez under it. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. And now the center fielder, Roman Anthony. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is downstairs.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Wouldn't chase that time. Swings through that one for strike 2. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Red Sox. And we're back. Digging in, Jason Dominguez. And a pitch. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Looking to get the tying run on base. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. A gigantic blast. His second home run of the series, and we are tied. It's 5-5.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. What I love about this swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Brian Curran up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Gone! So he blasts one out the other way. It's 6-5. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So digging in, Joe Mack. Foul ball there. Joyce, the tall righty. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Right-handed reliever.
Ball 1.
That one not close. Now 2-2. Base hit, left center field. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second, and he's out, trying for 2. Dave Andrade gets the call from the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Andrade.
That one is blasted left field towards the monster, and it bangs off the monster, and he's got a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Man at second. On a line out towards center. Makes the grab on the run. That's out number 2. Julio Rodriguez. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out. Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
That one lifted to left. Frelick has a beat on it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. The 2-round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 6-5. Back here at Fenway. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Eddie Cordova.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball. We see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
And a count 1-2. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. One-run game, bottom 9. That one hit to right. One away.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Now a drag bunt, third base side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score.
That's exactly how he wanted to drop down that bunt. He just did a great job of catching the baseball with his bat and putting it where the defense had a hard time making a play. Could be a huge moment in this game as it puts the tying run on base.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Pasquantino tossed the second, and the Mariners are moving on. They're headed to the American League Championship Series.
Well, a really solid division series win. They can move on to the next round and I think relax a little bit more. Congratulations. Get ready for the ALCS.
So the Seattle Mariners take care of business in Game 4, and they're on their way to the League Championship Series.
An important win, Boog, and they didn't want to let this get to a Game 5, and now they've got some time to rest up and get prepared for their opponent in that next round.
An abrupt end to the season on the other side of the field, not the postseason performance they were planning on.
Yeah, but still a lot to be proud of, and they've got plenty to build on for next year. Look for these guys to use this here as motivation.
Only thing is, I don't remember me asking. Fill up my bag of chips, and I ain't sharing a fraction. I'm down for whatever. Know I'm about that.